Okay, now to get caught up on all of the chats. The negative energy is out. Yes, very much so. It has to be done though. It made me laugh on that candle make a lot. Yeah, that was pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie to you. I can see the chat now. Ah, yeah. A lot of trash talk. Gotcha, gotcha. Yeah. Man, that was crazy. That was really heavy. And it seemed like you kind of held on to that stuff a lot longer than they did. So I want to encourage you to feel free to let go of things. But also, that was really funny when the fire alarm went off. I hope it didn't wake my mom up. I'm sorry to hear that they do trash talk you behind your back. That's the worst. When you're not there to defend yourself and people just start developing opinions about you based off of what your ops say. All right. It was a fun little reading. I will say, I've only ever seen cord cuttings um, tell the truth. I've never seen one not give you something to work off of. There's something about those flames. They know what they're talking about. They know which way the energies are flowing. Um, and I really do wish you the best um, with the situation because it seems like it's really going to be eating you up. I'll be thinking about you, okay? It's been years. Yeah, you bet, friend. And I'm gonna add that channel to the server right now. Create channel. What should we call it? Coven activities. Save. Nice. Now we have coven activities. Me too. I'm not sure what the distinction is between a warlock and a wizard. I think a warlock... Well, in D&D, a warlock is someone who has made a pact with a devil. Yeah, I think witch is fine. I'm kind of blocking the board, aren't I? Let me... Here we go. You made pacts? Okay. So maybe both. Yeah. Absolutely. That was so much fun. Thank you for letting me be a part of that. Absolutely. Exactly. The power of two. Two people coming together and, like, having that determination. When... So mote it be, exactly. When I... when the fire alarm went off, I was like, this might be a sign to stop this spell. But then I was like, no. I'm going to stand by my buddy here. And we're going to get this done. Right now. And I think there's something to be said about that. It really did. Oh. Cord cutting. Swords. Let me document this. Yeah, I would say so. Well, it's not really a Book of Shadows because I don't... Well, no, I do have a couple spells in here. I got a couple little guys in there. But yeah. It's just kind of like the Book of Shadows for streaming. I made the paper myself. And I need to make another one of these because this is really handy to have for just stream notes and stuff. Okay, back. Excellent. But yeah, it's just basically a book of shadows for when I stream. I need to make more paper and make another one of these little booklets. I'm about halfway done with this guy. But I also have this little dude. Hang on, let me pull it. Don't fall, bitch. Just prick my finger on something. Oh. This is my favorite book of shadows. I made this off of. I wish I could have sourced these shells from the beach myself, but no, they're just from Amazon. And it's got personal affirmations that I've made into sigils. And I'm working on filling the book with all of them. But yeah, I made this and I love it. Exactly, manifesting. Oh. There's salt everywhere from when I blew out the candles. Sigils are so good. I feel like they help me manifest things so much easier because I have to like meditate on what the sigils mean while I'm making them. And then when I'm carving them into stuff like candles or whatever, um, it it just is so good. That salt wanted to be free, and now it's all over my desk, blessing me. It said, "You want protection, bitch? I got you. I'll protect." Oh man. But yeah. Alright. Does anybody else want a tarot reading or a spell done? Any fire has to be done outside at this point in the evening. Salt attack, also protect. Yes. Alright. Yeah, definitely. I would recommend that. Um, I need to get more of these little guys for the chime candles. Insider baseball there. I would love to see what you do after the cord cutting in the Discord, if you have a chance, like if you think about it at all. I would love to see just the progress and stuff. I think that would be cool. Awesome. That would be awesome. Yeah, this has been an interesting stream. We were kind of all over the place. We did a little bit of Ouija. We did a little bit of cord cutting, a little bit of tarot. We were all spooky today. Emma's mad at Lightseeker? What makes you think that? The devil card, you think? I feel like it's kind of like a righteous indignation based off of the Hierophant and the devil card. Yeah. Yeah. I could see that. I could definitely see that being a thing. Hmm. Sure. Here's for you. Oh yeah. Real crunchy. And delicious. I wanted to stream on TikTok as well as Twitch tonight, but I'm kind of glad that I didn't, because none of the cord cutting would have translated at all. And because I wouldn't have been able to stream on both platforms at once from my phone. Um, it would have been funny. Also, the people on TikTok are kind of like, they're much more desperate for, um, like, readings. Like, they'll come into the chat like, please tell me something immediately, and you have to get to them super fast, otherwise they'll just whoop. Yeah, very demanding. They're not okay a lot of the time, too. It's not just like, because, like, I was talking to my mom about this, where, like, there's kind of a vibe you get when you're a tarot reader on the internet. And this might just be tarot readers in general. Exactly. Exactly, exactly. Or, my boyfriend is beating me, what should I do? Like, girl, you should dump his ass. I don't and call the police. That's what you should do. You should not be talking to my ass. Yeah, my dog died. Do a seance for me right now. Yeah, exactly. I pulled the levers. That means call the cops. The Eight of Pentacles, which just run away. Yeah. No, yeah. There's a lot of like, and just people who are just not well. Like, they're just like, um, they'll be like, you're the first person who's ever been a friend to me. And I'm like, girl, I've known you for 5 seconds. What are you talking about? And I do not share the Discord link with them. You know? Yeah. That's exactly it. And it's like, I'm just a girl with some pretty cards and a Ouija board. I'm just a girl. Half the time I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but I'm showing up, you know? I'm doing it. You know? I've got my notes. My website, you can go and see my notes and learn for yourself how to do tarot. I really want to like teach people how to do tarot because it's actually super easy and has a lot to do with like math and algorithms. Um, because like there's numerology that's like assigned to each number, and then when you pull those cards, like the major arcana, um, the books that, yeah, um, like what was I saying? Oh yeah, the major arcana are they set the tone for the numerology of the decks, and then as you're going through, like let me pull this out. So you have the Magician is card number 1. So ones are new beginnings and manifestations. Exactly. And then 3 is the Empress, which is corresponded to Venus, um, which is creation, abundance, luxury, nature, pleasure. It's also friendship. Is 3 is friendships. 4 is stability, which is also the Emperor. power structure, patriarchal energy. It's really interesting when you get into like the numerology and life path numbers and angel numbers, how much similarity there is between the major arcana of the tarot. And then when you go to the minor arcana, like the cups and the pentacles and all of that, you can trace those numbers through. So like this card, this deck has 23 cards, and we have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 cards per suit. So you can go up to number 14, which is Temperance. And it's really interesting. Like, I would love to do like an in-depth study on like where these numbers come from, where the numerology comes from, like who sets the tone for that, because I think I could be very wrong, but I think at this point, just based on what research I have done, the the numerology meanings come from Judaism or Kabbalah, one of the two. And so it's just very interesting to me how it's like very Abrahamic. I just think that's so interesting. Especially with like coming out of the church and like exploring the things that were always taboo before I left the church, which is how I got into tarot. Just learning. Yeah, I think that's like I think that's what the tarot is um, based off of, is Kabbalah. But I could be wrong. I'm still doing a lot of research on it, so don't take that as the word as like gospel. Um, but but yeah, I just oh, got you. I'll wait until the ad's over. But yeah, just cool stuff. All right, welcome back. Um, but yeah, I'm just thinking about my process here. I have the cards which I started with, and then I added on the talking board. And the talking board, I wanted to include it because I just had it, and I spent like $50 on Etsy on it, and I wanted to use it, and and I just like the cards are very Abrahamic. And this is very spiritualist from the turn of the last century, like 1890s, 1880s, um, kind of like woo woo type of stuff. Now, this was invented by people who used it to be like charlatans and send messages from the grave that way. But I think that if we're truly leaving the like, I like to believe that Hermes is the spirit that we talk to when we're talking through the board or talking through um, the cards or through any kind of medium, um, because he's the messenger of the gods, um, or if not Hermes, then another messenger of the gods, in whatever pantheon you're, part of. Um, I guess in Christianity that would be the Pope, which I could probably just send him an email. But I feel like that's less romantic than all this. This is much more aesthetic than sending an email to the Pope. Um, but I feel like it's a good place. This is all experimentation, whereas like this is tried and true. I know I'm gonna get a message from the tarot decks. It's built in because the tarot decks are built to be like worst case scenario. You can meditate on whatever story they're telling you, and just experiment with, okay, what does it look like if I apply that to a scenario in my life. Um, Best case scenario, it tells you something really relevant, and you're like, yes, that makes sense, and I should also take that plan of action, and it just affirms what you're already thinking in your head. The talking board is truly random. So I find that really fascinating whenever it pumps out a relative answer or a relevant answer, um, or like consistently says something to somebody. Like I have one client on here who, whenever she asks a question, it always lands on goodbye. And like, I just find that so interesting. Like, that's just so fascinating to me. And I have like a traditional planchette that I can move around or whatever, but like, it, I feel like the stone landing on whatever I need it to land on. Um, Scorpio Darkness and also Lady Athena, Lady Pallas Athena. They get goodbye all the time, um, which is so interesting. I used to use D20 to decide what it was pointing at, but it became kind of confusing. So I started using this piece of, oh, what is this, calcite? I want to say it's calcite. Um, but yeah, you know, it would be funny if I added a server channel called the Goodbye Club. Oh, I'm out of beverage. That would be so funny. I should do more work on Discord and get it all set and ready and happy. I should clean up a lot of my stuff. I have like emotes that need to be redone and um, just a whole bunch of stuff that I have to do all over again. It was all set to my old VTuber model, and then I switched to this because it was easier to stream with, and I just liked it better. Um, and it fit my aesthetic a lot better. And um, I just I never got around to switching out the emotes or anything like that. Because I gotta go in and, like, draw the emotes myself and do all of the art and everything. And that's such a pain in the ass. Like, I can do it, it just takes a long time. I could commission somebody, but I'm poor. So, there's that. I'm gonna add that channel, because that's so funny. There we go. Excellent. Being poor is a trend. It's very trendy right now. It's on theme. Um, but that doesn't stop me from spending my goddamn money. I'm gonna tell you that. I be spending. And I need to stop. I tried to stop, but then things happened, and well, I had past tense. I spent it on things like bills and food. I know, not to brag. Yeah. Amen to that. I can't believe I set off the fire alarm. Yeah, exactly. The essentials. Nothing but the essentials. I'll find my blue tape and fix this. Oh, that wouldn't be good. I gotta get this salt off of my desk. I was like, oh, I can save it for, like, protection purposes, but it's around electronics and that could cause a short. So, I gotta clean my desk. Boo. It should be fine, though. I just gotta move everything. Boo. The bell is also an interesting thing that I use. This is about, like, I haven't used this in a while, but the bell is meant to focus our, like, those of us who are doing the manifesting or doing the spell casting or whatever. It's meant to bring everything into focus and set. Basically, it's like a clapboard that says action. And so I like that for that purpose. But it's also supposed to invite spirits or whatever. I don't know if it does that, but It's always exciting. I always say that, and then, like, I did a reading for this one guy one time. I can't remember who it was. But they were like, It might have been you, actually. But they were talking about their, family having a dispute, over inheritance. And their uncle was being, um, like, really messed up. And, yeah, that was a crazy reading for me. Because, like, everything just fell into place. And I was like, oh, okay, so I may have actually contacted somebody who is relevant to this conversation and is, like, speaking out and stuff. Yeah, definitely. At least two. Yeah. I think about that reading all the time. About how, like, your grandma was just saying, like, I just want everybody to be happy. I want everybody to love each other. And not worry about the inheritance. Like, it just really resonated with me and my family issues. That was just really cool. Sincerely, thank you for letting me do that reading for you. That was a really cool moment for me. But yeah. Anyways, I think it might be a good time for me to call this stream. It's 12:30 where I'm at. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Um, I will see you guys in the next one. Probably tomorrow. We'll see. I might go to a protest tomorrow, so I might stream that. Um, yeah, absolutely. Thank you for being here and watching. Um, it's a lot of fun for me and very enlightening for me, and it's helping me grow, um, a lot. Okay. Alrighty. I will see y'all when I see y'all. Good night. I love and appreciate y'all.